Good night, good night, good night to everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our special What for Mature Audiences Only. Yes, guys, that's what it's about here at the Microbiome Movement. This is our special edition for literally only September. We're not sure if it'll be coming back and afterwards. So let me bring up our different panelists. Give me 1 second, bringing everybody up. Bring everybody up, and then we're going to start with a quick prayer, and we're also going to put our little thing out there so that everybody knows what we're all about here. But give me a second. So let me quickly do our disclaimer, and then I'm going to have our chaplain open us up in prayer. So give me 1 second. I'm going to bring it on the screen for everybody so you can read along if you so choose. But hold on, let's see where it's at. It's right here. So guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. Get your friends on. They're not going to want to miss it. They're going to want to really enjoy what we have to say here about what these amazing formulas, technologies can actually do. So before we get started, we don't make any medical claims here at Sankey Global whatsoever. Listen, all of you here is facts, people experiencing certain things happening in their bodies. We are not making any medical claims. We don't cure or mitigate any diseases, guys. And this is not a call about financial claims, so you don't have to even worry about that. But I just want everybody to know we are not here to cure or prevent any disease or make any claim to any medical condition. So with that being said, I'm going to bring up our chaplain who will open us up in prayer, because we put everything in decency and order here, even sex. Yes, guys, you know, God created it, huh? So don't act like it's something brand new. So with that being said, our chaplain, our silver leader, all the way out of Canada, Queen Mava, please take us away in prayer.
Hi, good night, everyone.
Good night, good night.
Lord, I thank you, my Lord, that we are able to come tonight, oh God, openly and speak about what you've created in us, oh God. We're talking about sex, Lord, and we know you sanction it, Lord. So we thank you, Jesus, that you will be leading us tonight. Everything we say and do is within you, God. So we thank you, Almighty Father. And as the speakers come up and declare what they have been thinking about for the week, preparing for this, we pray that we'll all receive it, oh God, and we can take something home that you have given to us. So we thank you in your name, Jesus. We praise you. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Queen Marvel. We appreciate you here at the Microbiome Movement. So I'm going to hand the reins over to Charlie, because, you know, we got to have the testosterone going in the house, because, you know, us ladies, this estrogen is be pumping and we just get a little crazy. So testosterone, where are you? Testosterone, we're calling on you. We're calling on you.
Great. Thank you so much, Queen Dr. Ruth Ann, setting the life of the party. Ladies and gentlemen, let me use the opportunity to welcome you to our special call tonight. You know, as family, we get to talk about family stuff. Some of it we have to do is be very responsible about, but we are all here to learn from each other. We're not saying that any of us represents the full knowledge of all there is, but there is wisdom in the counsel of many, the word says. So we're here. So use this opportunity to call a few friends and family members to shine in as we discuss some important issues and topics that you might find it to be useful and beneficial also. And you might want to know that come next week, we're going to have a topic that nobody wants to miss. Everybody wants to be shining in. So we're going to give you a preview about that already. Say that please make plan to be on for next week, as we basically will try for all these Thursdays in the month of September, just to have these special calls, and we want to make good use of it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are grateful for relationships. As persons meet each other from time to time. Remember when people look in each other's eyes and say, call them sweet biscuit and sweet sugar dumpling, sweet sugar plum. Those words, I guess you might be saying, Clive, you're old school. They're using other things now, you know, they're talking about items now and other things of that nature. So I might need to get with it, you know. But it's important and interesting that of all the 7 billion plus people that makes up this planet, that you have chosen one of your own. You choose someone for yourself. And what is the chemistry? What made you resonate with that person? Was it the name that that person had? Was it the energy, the passion, the vibe? Was it the way the person looked? Was it the cutest guy in the school? Was it the most beautiful girl in the church? Whatever happens, you know. But it's good to fall in love. It's good to establish relationships. People nowadays in this 21st century are looking at relationships differently, like changing relationships, like oh, people change clothes or change their shoes. People still as committed as they used to be. People falling in love or people growing in love. There are different terminologies. But we're happy for the different persons who are here tonight. We once again welcome Lady New Church for being on. We thank God for Queen Dr. Ruth and Lightborn. We have Nurse Donnelly Adderley and Dr. Joy Pereira. And so I asked them just to come up now and to let us get our discussion going, as an hour can slip by so quickly. So persons, get ready to write your different comments or questions or anything you want to write in the chat room. So Dr. Ruth Ann, who is going to get going? I think I want to ask, is Nurse Adderley on?
Yes, she is. I was just about to say,
Hey,
Nurse Ali, can start this conversation
Nurse
tonight.
Adderley, you are the trendsetter. You know how to set the pace. You were, you know, one of those girls guide, and they taught you how to light fire. So you were, you are good at that, and you are still learn to light fire, and even now you're taking conduit fire. Fire is part of your DNA. So we ask you to shine, come up and shine it and take this conversation on the road. Thank you so much.
Okay, first of all, ladies and gents on this, if your spouse is sleeping, tap them. Hey, get up, it's time to get up
Have to
and
get
get
up.
up. If they don't live in the same house with you, you say, you take, look here, I'm sending this link, get on and get on now. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, there are a lot of things that we don't like to discuss with our partners. And as we were saying on the last call, we were talking about, you know, that King Clive, you know, about what your genitals, you know, what they taste like, what they smell like, you know, and some persons, you know, and as a nurse, some people would come to me and they would say, man, nurse, I having a problem in that department because, you know, what I could do to make it taste better or smell better, you know, so that my other partner, you know, would be more intimate with me. So is what we're calling hygiene in the bedroom tonight. All right. So that's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to talk about how to make it look prettier, how to make it smell better, and how it make and in here in the Bahamas we made a word you know, because it's good, better, and best. But guess what? How to even make it taste gooder and make the bedroom gooder. And that's what we're gonna do tonight. All right. So there are some things that we first of all have to know about our bodies. And it depends on what King Clive like to talk about, the microbiome and how important the microbiome is and the balance of the microbiome. So with that said, I'm going to turn it over to King Clive to talk just a little bit about how important it is to keep your microbiome balanced, you know, to actually assist with that personal hygiene, you know, because we want, you know, the better it looks, the better it smells, the better it tastes, the more the fire ignites. We're going to be real on this call tonight. All right. So this is why they like to pick on me, because I just like to bring it, because we're all adults here. And we want to make sure that we're giving our loved one the best dish to actually have a feast on. So I'm going to pass it to you, King Clive, the microbiome guru.
Okay. You know, when I was speaking about the microbiome on Tuesday, 2 days ago, I was suggesting that when I traveled to Las Vegas recently, that I took my microbiome with me, you know. So as we know from study that they surround us, they live on us as a second skin. They're so close to us. They are like a second skin, and they live inside of us. They are ubiquitous. So everywhere in our body, you have them. They are part of our lives. They are part of our experiences. And because of so much study that is going on, look at that, 100,000 scientific papers published in the last 15 years about the microbiome. And what we are learning is that they play an integral part, an intimate part of our lives, our day-to-day life, including also in the bedroom, in our relationships. They may even have a part in the first place in you selecting the person you are now with. Because guess what? Just as how we talk about spirit tech, guess what is happening? When we start to intermingle and speak to people, the cloud of microbes we live in and around us begin to interact and intermingle with the microbes that other persons bring into your space. And so you get a feeling. Some say a gut feeling, some say spirit tech. But you just pick up something, and instantly you might say, hey, I like this person's vibes and spirit and energy. And sometimes your spirit does get crossed, as if to say you want to make your exit from this person's presence almost immediately, because these bacteria, they are picking up energy and they want to see compatibility with the other persons from very early. So we understand that our microbes play a very important part in making all the chemicals that make our body function along with the brain. So you have two brains. We talk about the brain in the gut and the brain in the skull. So this brain in the gut, these 39 trillion live microbes, they play an important part in releasing more than 30 different neurotransmitters that governs your personality. They speaks to your behavior, you know, the things you like or dislike. And, you know, so the reason why you like some things about this person that you're with, or you just admire them. Sad to say for some persons, they just want to know that some persons' loved ones may have lost a loved one. So we sympathize with you at this moment, you know, but you can understand the moments that magic took place, that the microbes play an important role in that. And even in the bedroom, they play an important role also to determine your mood. A lot of persons, the mood situation shows off a relationship all the time. Can't bother now, man, I'm not in a mood. I had a rough day today at work. I can't focus on that now. I just need to watch some television and so on. And I've heard some people say maybe a good idea to get that television out of the bedroom so you can begin to act your own movie. Because we are depending on Hollywood to set the tone. Why not you set your own tone? So the point we want to make about the microbiome, and you see the image on the screen, that we have different bacteria, virus, fungi, protozoa, archaea, even parasites that form a part of all that make us up, and it influences what goes on in the bedroom. And tonight in particular, we're talking about hygiene. And you know, ladies knows how to take care of themselves when it comes to hygiene. But do men often display those same characteristics of being very concerned about being prepared for the bedroom and such like. I don't want to say too much right now because the ladies are quite qualified to bring that to the conversation table. So Nurse Adelie, I hand over back to you to introduce those aspects of conversation. Thank you.
I love how you end that conversation. You know, are men prepared for the bedroom? Because King Clive, you know, it's always talked about. Women are always beaten on. This is how I'm gonna get controversial now. You know, when you come to bed, you have on, you know, your beautiful nightie. You know, they want you to come, men want you to come smelling good, looking sexy, everything. Yes. But let me get real. Women want their men to come to bed smelling good, looking good, and actually well groomed as well. Because don't think that we don't want to be able to touch you, hold you, and when we take deep breath, just inhale that microbiome from, you know, from our men. But guys, you know, women want you to bathe before you come to bed too. We want you to be smelling of some nice oils. You know what I mean, Marva? Some nice oils, and where we tantalize our senses and our microbiome to actually increase that energy. So I am now, I don't know if Joy or Ms. Newchurch, they're gonna come on now and talk about that energy, that transfer of energy. Because see, guys and women, sometimes when you have that connection with the microbiome between two partners, you will always know when your other partner is ready. You will always know when your other partner wants you. You don't even have to say it. You could look at them and you could see it in their eyes, by their body motion, because the microbiome has joined together to make one. And that comes from a certain energy in the two microbiomes. So I know Dr. Ruth Ann want to jam a song right now.
Wanna touch us in my face, bomb, abs tight, rack, stuck up, shack, height, jury on me, flashlight. I've been listening since last night. Hit 'em with that good, make you wanna act right. Broke boys don't deserve no kitty. I know that's right. Big bad pussy, not the Bentley band.
Dr. Ruth Ann, you getting too naughty. You're getting too naughty. Okay? Now
listen, y'all supposed to done had that. Oh, look. Oh, what?
I thought you was gonna.
You said the thing gotta be clean for the ting to get the ting. So
I thought you was gonna bring Marva song up. You know, I thought you was gonna play some Marva song. So before Newchurch start talking, you need to bust Marva's song back. You need to bust
Marva, I can bring it up. Don't worry. Marva is special, so we gotta bring Marva's song up. Don't worry, we can bring it. We can bring it. We can bring it.
So we're now gonna turn this call over to the beautiful, the amazing, the queen of energy, the queen of the night. None other than the beautiful, the amazing Adriana Newchurch. You give your mic, okay.
Yes, thank you so much, guys. I'm here chilling. I appreciate you guys again to invite me to speak about this because it's so important. I want to say something very important, and I'm glad you guys talk about it. Hygiene is very important because that also clicks your energy, the way you smell a person, the way you see that person. It goes with the 5 senses, even with your spiritual side too, because you have to be connected, mind, spirit, and body. One of the things I could say to you guys, I've been here in Bimini for 2 weeks by myself. My husband is away in Ocean Key, and it's still a chemistry And that comes with actually that energy that we have with each other. That, you know, it's like I'm just so excited to know that I'm gonna see him tomorrow. You know what I mean? So one of the things that I always say to couples, always have that conversation, always say the right things. And even if that person is not there, always remember that scent, that smell, that look, that taste. You know, the five senses, you know, and it's spiritual also, but most important thing is for you guys to know that you are connected. And if you're not connected, that could be also because of what the whole world is going through, which is, if it ain't this, if it ain't that, it's this. We have to understand that as married couple, or as a person who is in a relationship, have a partner, or a person who has a fiance or fiancé, a relationship in general, okay? You always have to find that, well, I always call it energy and relationship, because that's what God created. He created relationship. Even with Adam and Eve, even with the birds, everything was twos, female and male, female and male. It's a relationship. He built relationship. He must said multiply. So one of the things is not only multiplying children, but multiply your relationship so it can last longer than so some persons think you guys might last, or you might think that way too because of what you guys might be going. But it's all honestly, it's all psychologically, and also the connection that you have that person. Think about a battery. You have to have 2 batteries or 4 batteries. Sometimes when you buy a product, it says 2 battery, a AA. Sometimes it goes down, then it goes up. So sometimes it has 2 of them that they said, put it upwards or put it one downwards and one upward. What that mean? Connection. In order for it to use the electricity, it's just like when you connect the socket, you connect the fan socket to the socket, is electricity. So think about that electricity that is going through your body when you see your husband, when you see your wife. Mentally, you know, you vision that, oh my God, I can't wait to see her. I know even though she's coming from work, I mean, I want to make sure I prepare myself and be ready. But before you get to that level, what do you have to do? Psyche. You got to deal with your mental state. Okay. The lady can't come home and see you in a mess. You understand? Distraught. And she might have a bad day. So somebody got to be your brother's keeper. Somebody got to elevate that person when they come in through the doors. That's one thing I've been practicing, and I have to do that because I live in an environment where I saw my mother and my father fight every day, daily. I lived in Panama. I grew up in Panama where my family always fought. If it wasn't aunts with nieces, nieces with aunts, somebody was fighting. And we were small. So you imagine all of that when you grow up, what you're thinking. Oh, relationship is all about sex, fight, argument. No, that is not the right relationship. Okay? So energy, it comes with you removing the negative that is around you, people, places, and things. Just want to say a little quick testimony. Why I say people, places, and things. I was in rehabilitation before. I had my bad days. I had things in my life that I was going through with drugs and stuff like that. Years ago, God cleaned me up, sent me to rehabilitation right in Nassau. And I was there. I was pregnant. And one of the things that they said to me is, nothing wrong with you. You need to leave. I said, if you don't keep me here, I'm going to kill myself. Mental. If I didn't stay there, I would have been gone. So one of the things I learned from rehabilitation, anything that affects your environment, the things that you do, that you want to do better, and the people around you, it's going to affect you in your marriage. What I have seen, we have to be stronger in our marriage. We have to talk it over. We have to forgive. We have to let go, and don't give room to anything that is negative. Anything that is negative. Because when you made that vow, those who are about to get married and those who are in a relationship of boyfriend and girlfriend, me being married, I told my husband yesterday, I meant my vows. I honor my vows because we had a discussion. I honor them. And he asked me a question. I said, babe, I honor my vow. I respect my vow. I did it unto God. And this is it. I ain't going nowhere. So why are you asking me that question?
I'm Miss New Church, not meaning to cut you off, right? I need to ask you a question. All right. This question is, you're talking about that energy, right? So when a couple is together, especially a couple that's living together or a married couple, because you may have persons who just live together, or sometimes they're together, sometimes they're not. They live in separate homes. But do that energy, when it comes down to the bedroom, does that energy start when it comes down to being intimate with your loved one? Does that start that night in the bedroom, or where does it start? And what product can be used to actually get that energy started?
That is a very important question. That starts with you. That starts with you really knowing that when you touch that person, you feel that.
Hold on. Dr. Ruth, I look like I saw something. Go ahead.
Girl flicks, time to have sex. Long time you have the road, boy, you are sweet girl flicks. Time to have sex.
That reminds me when I used to be out there.
So either the woman or man can sing that song. All right. Hey, look how long you have me waiting. So
well, one of the things
while you waiting, how do you prepare to get your partner in that mood? Does it start that night? And
let me tell you something. That chemistry
process that we used to,
Let me tell you something. That chemistry, let me say something to you. That chemistry is a serious thing, That chemistry, like when you make love, ain't sexing. This ain't sexing, man. Sexing is different from making love. When you make love to that person that you love the most, let me tell you something. Your whole body will be vibrating. Either the man will come twice and will make the woman squirt and come twice. As a woman, when we have that chemistry and the man has that chemistry with that woman, when you guys hold each other, and you'll know it's just like something in you, in your vagina, and then he has his penis in there, and the way he moved, it's just like you could feel that pressure, like, yeah, me and you together. And when you're done, you like, boy, you ain't going nowhere. This me and you is that chemistry, that energy. And even though if you separate it, you can still feel them.
But when does it start? to get this kind of reaction? When this start? You know, does he, you know, do you
Okay, so
I ready?
before I got married,
Mm.
this is what I'm saying as my experience. Okay, before I got married, me and my husband was, you know, having sex, you know, and I felt it from that moment, and he felt it from that moment. But we made up in our minds, like, listen, let's do this thing right. After a week of praying and all of that, you know, we just made up our mind, listen, we ain't doing, we ain't doing, we gonna do it the right way. And we thought, honestly, I thought it was good then. I thought that was off the chain then. Is when you really consume yourself, like in marriage. I mean, I know some of you guys ain't married and all of that, but it's something every old lady used to tell me that, Adriana, close your legs, girl. Close your legs. When God send you that husband and that husband find you, he can find a good thing because you're a good thing. When he hold you down, you gonna know that is love. And that chemistry, let me tell you something. I telling you, I ain't seen my husband in 2 weeks. And every time he talked to me on the phone, I just get goosebumps all over my body. And honestly, just talking about him right now, I just can't wait for tomorrow. Because I'm excited. I'm excited. Don't get me wrong. We had some arguments. We had some discussion. We had some disagreement a few days ago. But we squash it off. We squash it off because at the end of the day, our goal is, boy, I can't wait to see you. You know?
You have me sitting on the edge of my seat. All right.
Because I have a question before I gotta drop on beat because I gotta keep this lively and keep this moving. But
Yeah, man.
from what I just hear what you say, right? From what I heard, what you just said, is that technically we can't have no false pretending because if we have false pretending,
boy, listen, that ain't working.
False pretender.
Oh, come on.
Stop pretending.
No, that's fake.
Yes, yes. Listen, it is mental, physical, spiritual. Intimacy is very spiritual and it's a sacredness when you start to think about that love, that man in your life or woman in your life. And as Adriana was saying, you know, that connection is the microbiome. We have to speak the language, folks. That microbiome connection. When you connect, there is a spiritual link that happens between man and woman. It is something that you cannot explain. It's an experience. And I'm saying that and I get in all goosebumps and hair raising as well. Because bedroom starts from mental, then you think, then a thought, then the feeling comes on, then the whole body emotionally starts to produce the hormones. Nurse Donnelly always talk of beta, theta, alpha, delta states. It's that frequency that starts to create the atmosphere and environment. A lot of folks on this call have a problem with frequencies and, you know, quantum frequencies and all of these things. Folks, let me tell you something. Resonance is connected within the life force of each cell. Why do you think that when you think a thought of someone you haven't seen in years and suddenly your phone ring or you go down the road and you see that person in front of you? Is because you send out that frequency and vibration of thought. And that is what connects both beings. CT scans does it. I mean, that's a different talk because it has its electromagnetic encephalogram, it is called. That is what is a CT scan, a EEG scan. And when you scan the organs in your body, it works on a certain hertz, which is a frequency. And that is what it picks up the generation or the wellness of an organ. So that's why you do a CT scan or a CAT scan. It has its meaning. I'm not going into details in that tonight. So it's the same way when the body vibrates with each other now. You get in that union. You get in that connection. That same frequency now you and him evolving in. And it's circulating around you. So if you can look around you and that is in the right, you have that right atmosphere, you're going to start feeling the emotions. You're going to start letting out the serotonin, the endorphins. You're going to feel the love even before your loved one come home and you think a thought of him, he thinks of you. That is when you're in the right connective drain. And most times, because of what is happening in outside world today, as Adriana was saying, I renamed her Ariana. I don't know for what reason. But when the thought pattern takes place in your mind, you remember, I've had you this morning, you feel that whole thing going through the day, then your smell. I'm sure Adriana probably have his jersey, his t-shirt that he took out the last time he left and sleeping with it and smelling it and his scent is
I
there.
changed the
Coach
sheets
Joy,
yet.
Coach Joy, yes, girl.
You
I
see?
haven't
So-
changed the sheets yet.
that is what you do, and vice
Yeah.
versa. When that man is into you, let me tell you something, even the panty you had on the night, he's going to keep it there under that pillow until
He
you come
put it
back.
on his
Seriously.
head.
Right? And this is what it is about. The smells we were talking about. I mean, I'm going to stray a little bit for 2 seconds here. When in medicine school, we are taught that the different bacteria that you relate, even if you know, some people, they don't even have to wear underarms and they has a nice odor about them. And men too, they have a certain musk scent about them that is like it like releases more endorphins and is like more want of you. When two persons are their hygiene and everything is intertwined, and you for me and I am yours and we are one, you start to smell like each other. You start to do things like each other. Your thought practice become. You just
Chemistry.
call up and you're dating again. He's on work, and as Adriana is saying, I can't wait for my baby. She's just thinking of her, and I know her whole entire system is changing to prepare for him when he gets there. She can't wait, you know. So that is the connectivity, folks. And if you don't get it tonight in terms of energies and vibrations and that frequency level you're on, your cells work on different frequency levels. It works in terms of how a medication are put into your body has a certain frequency. That is what is nanomedicine. That is what is nanotechnology. So when these cells vibrate on these frequencies, it is adjusting to yours and vice versa. Listen to me. When two people connect with each other through intimacy, there is a chain, there is a reaction that happens in the spiritual realm. And if you don't get it or understand it, well, now you do, because many people who maybe, you know, we have different religious, you know, beliefs on this call tonight, and I'm not just pushing, but all of them has that belief system. When you get into that realm, you start to think like each other. You start to do things like each other. Before you call the phone, he will say, you know, I was just thinking of you. That is the tuning in. Now you're tuning in with your partner. And that is where that intimacy takes place. Listen to me, folks.
Yeah.
You don't have to have sex in a bedroom to have intimacy, you know. When your husband is on a job, you have intimacy with him because your mind now, the orgasmic mind is going. Your thought, you talk to him, and that sets out laughter, fun, play is an orgasmic chord by itself. And then the connection is the foreplay before the act happens. It's just an act. But you know what is the total intimacy? Is being with each other, cuddling each other, getting that resonance around you in each other. And that is where the bliss takes place. That's where the energy transfers from him and you. There can be that intimacy without even the act. And I know Adriana knows about that. And that is what causes healing as well within our body, emotionally,
Oh my
physically,
God.
spiritually. That is what healing takes place. So a sex act is not about sex and procreation only. It's about healing. It's about evolving you into the better person you need to be, him into that person he needs to be. And that is what intimacy means. That is what intimacy is all about. One part is just procreation, but you know, the bigger picture of this is the creation of you
Yes.
and your partner. And in when it says
Dr.
becoming
Joy.
one, yes.
Okay. Look here, that was wow just now. But you know, let's talk about, you know, the topic what I opened up with. Okay, so let me ask this question. So we're talking about hygiene and stuff in the bedroom. So I know a lot of men say, King Clive, you can say yes or no to this, so you could unmute your
He
mic.
ain't
All you have to do is
talking.
say
He
yes or
ain't
no. We ain't
saying
going to.
nothing.
Yeah, I'm at
No,
university.
I want him to. All you have to do is say yes or no. Okay. Most
You
you know,
so
it is
wrong,
known
Donna
that
Lee.
men are aroused by what they see. Correct?
Yes, see
That's
and feel.
And touch.
what you see and you feel.
Yes.
They
Okay.
see it. What they
So-
also, I don't know, but Mr. Clyde, what about the scent?
Yeah, that's
Like
several
when you
aspects of it.
when you smell the perfume or something like that, do you guys get aroused?
Yeah, just like how sometimes you're eating and the smell of the food begin to trigger certain activities and you start to salivate already, a similar sort of thing.
Okay, so when you come to the when you come to the dining room table, then, you know, because some people might believe, you know, they're saying some stuff too raw. But when you come to that dining room table, that feast table in the bedroom, right? That feast table in the bedroom. So what it look like, what that meal look like, what that meal feel like, and what that meal smell like is extremely important, right?
Yeah,
Mom,
critically
it's up
important.
Okay. All right. So the that being said, no, I gotta be real. I gotta be real. All right. So that goes both ways. So with the women, what you know, we like to, you know, what we feel, what we smell, and what we does too. All right. So we all on one accord then. So we all tune in, and we tuning in on one accord. All right. So since we all tuning in on one accord now, all right. Dr.
Some
Denise,
people say, some persons
We have some
might
people
need a little
asking
help.
questions.
Yeah, some persons might need a little help to do what they need to do to approach the bedroom with a sense of confidence. Some persons might need help in terms of shifting the mood. So many things are happening around them. How do we help with the products to help people to shift the mood, create the right environment? Which ones of our products are able to help out where you're falling short and to give you that spunk, to give you that energy, to give you that vibe, to give you that kick, to give you that oomph.
Yeah. Now, so
I wanted-
Dr. Denise,
I
I want
wanted
you
to
to chime in with me on this one.
I wanted
Mr.
to-
Clive, don't
First
remember
of all,
last
hold on
time
now.
when
You
time
know, I
you were
at the
talking,
back
Adrian?
door moderator. Y'all got 7 minutes.
Rutan, Mr. Clive, would
so-
you remember when time you Adrian was talking last week, what give the mood to start it off? You don't remember that?
Cleaning.
Okay, so
And people
I
have to
give
also
you-
realize you can bathe with the Belage and the Inner
I-
Seven.
Look here, miss. I got this.
But sometimes y'all be a little long-winded. Y'all don't get the
No,
point
that's
across.
why
I'm just trying to get across.
that's why I said I wanted Dr. Denise to chime in, because we gonna round this up right now. Because I know, and I hope everybody get their paper and pen, because you all know when I open my mouth, you need to have your paper and pen ready.
one more thing, Donna Lee. Most
Yes, ma'am.
most important for all of us to know that we have to, when we are too tired or too overworked, get a massage, both of you. Get a cranial, a full body massage that massage therapist touch every crack, every area of your body except that area, your vagina and your penis. Nobody touched that but your wife and your husband. But that
Correct.
massage therapist, when they finish
Or your
doing
mate.
you,
We
you
ain't no
should be
everybody on here. Hold on. Everybody ain't on here ain't no husband and wife. So your mate, your spouse, your girl,
Yeah,
your
that's
boy,
okay. Yeah.
your
Well,
ting,
you
your ting
know,
on the
I
whatever
mean,
your
I
ting
mean,
is your ting.
yeah.
You
Yes,
say
Okay.
certain
So,
things and then you make people feel some kind of way.
I
Okay.
apologize, boyfriend, girlfriend, however it is.
Whatever your ting is.
Your
Yeah.
partner, whatever.
My
Yeah.
thing
Your
is
partner.
this. Get your massage together. Why? It builds chemistry also. When you both make that time once or twice a month, say, babe, we going on a spa. We going either hire somebody to come to the house and we put a room as a spa, or we go to the spa. Both of you do that. It builds unity. And then when you guys finish, you'll make sure you'll go home or find a hotel room or somewhere else or in the beach or find somewhere else you could drive in the car, whatever it is. Get it sparking out. But don't forget to carry your Belage and your Inner 7 and drink that. Okay? Take that with you. Take that with you 3 times a day if you want to.
Okay. Now, let me
And
tell you
your
something.
vitamin C, your zinc, your vitamin D, your vitamin E too, okay? That's me.
Okay. Now, let me tell you something. Now, these products, they're so amazing because with the women and the male and the female reproductive system, it helps it helps with the feeling that you have down there. It also, when you wash it, it helps to regenerate. You know, the vagina actually has a look, and if you want the vagina to actually start to even become more firmer, if it's loose or whatever in any area, it can do that. You can douche with it to make it smell good, and then that in a 7 actually helps to bring the vaginal walls together. All right. All right, with the mix,
Yes.
I talking some
Yes.
stuff.
Yes.
All right, so
Yes.
that's why I tell you bring the pen in your
Even for the penis too. Even for the penis
The
too.
penis?
For the penis
The
too.
penis?
Yes, you get
You wash that penis
the
and that?
lotion. You get the lotion with the Belage and the Inner 7, and you masturbate that area. The balls
You what?
and the penis.
You
rub it,
massage
you
the
massage
penis.
it.
You massage your
Massage,
mate,
massage.
you massage your partner area with that, or you massage it yourself, you know, but to be ready for him or her.
All right, and so
No, when you douche, do not use vinegar. Do not use nothing strong on your stuff. Everything should be
yeah,
natural.
because
Alkaline water with some aloe vera. You scrape that, put it in the water, put some Inner 7, a little bit of Inner 7, a little bit of Belage, shake that down, put it in there, no too much douching, leave it there. Nice and lubricant, always wet.
and it actually ferments that, you know, that, and also if you want that you know, your mate's penis or guys on this line to actually be more hard and more firmer, the best thing to do is to actually drink it. All right.
Yep.
And then
Drink that Belage every
drink
single day.
that Belage. Drink that twice a day, 3 times a day, 4 times a day, however much you need it, because you could go up to 6 sticks of the Belage a day. All right, and it actually helps the circulation in the penis. All right, and also wash. You know, you can put that in the tub when you bathing and wash the penis with it as well. All right, and actually, when it comes down to hygiene now, with women and men, you know, with men you have to pull that skin back. You have to wash around that thing. All right, with females, you know, you have to open the lips and you have to wash in there. All right,
And then
that's really important.
Donnelly, you see where the cuff of the vagina is, like on top, is always the skin in there.
Gotta go
And where
underneath
the
that.
lip is, I mean, those who have it fat, because you know, some of us have it very fluffy.
Mhm.
and some of us
Mhm.
have it wrong. I'm
Mhm.
just saying that area, take your time, scrub that area off.
Yep.
And
And
your
in between,
clitoris, pull it back, just like how you pull the penis. You pull it by your skin about, you clean it up. Because when they go and do oral sex, you don't want that be, you know
And
what I mean?
guys and women on the line, smell yourself. Because if you, I mean, and guess what? Some people might not be into it, but those that are, smell yourself. Because if you can't tolerate the smell, what you want anybody down there for?
and guys, smell yourself.
And guys, oh, and cut your
And-
hair a little bit short. Or if you don't
Yeah,
want to
hair-
cut your
hair carries
wash it
scent.
good.
Hair
Like
carries
wash it
scent.
good all the way to your
Now, you
bum.
have some. Now,
Let-
Adriana, you
let
have
me-
some guys.
Dr.
I
Denise
have-
has something to say. Dr. Denise has
Yes.
something to say.
Yes.
Sorry.
These, you see, this hygiene thing is very important because even as a medical practitioner, when you study certain scents and when you smell these different bacteria, that scent stay in your nose. So when I
Mhm.
examine a woman or a man, you smell a certain scent and you know
Mhm.
which bacteria goes with that bacteria. So then I can identify which, if a woman passes by me or a man, I can actually smell their scent because we are trained in that way. And I guess other people will smell their body odors as well.
Yeah, you
So
can
if you
also
ain't
tell what
smelling
kind of
your-
thing they're suffering
and-
from.
And the thing is that I can tell you, okay, you see her who just passed here, she has some form of dysbiosis, which can probably lead to vaginitis or certain types of STDs. And in a man is the same thing too. There are a certain scent about it. And when you smell that, you can identify what bacteria is housing there. Because in a man, that penile coil, it hides in there. That is not just one long coil like a straw. It curls, and in those pockets lies the bacteria.
true.
If you're not circumcised and you have that foreskin, it hides all underneath that skin there. So if it is not clean and healthy, it sweats. I mean, we're human. You sweat, and then that can change that bacteria into something chronic. And vice versa with the woman as well. So when you know you have these sorts of conditions, as mild as a UTI can travel from there, the bacteria to the vaginal canal, and from the anus to the vagina. That's why we teach
Exactly.
our girls to wipe front to back, not back to front, because these things happen, the bacteria builds up there, and sometimes unknowingly you don't know. And some of these things, I mean, young women are not taught by the older folks, and now they have a problem, and they don't know how to even keep hygienic. Some of them, when they have menstruation, they don't even know how to
smell it.
Yeah, and you could smell a woman when she's on a menstruation. Her scent is
Joy.
high. Yes.
One thing I want to plug in there.
Yes.
Guys, when you're on your menstruation, please stay away. And even when you're not, stay away from scented pads. Stay away
That's
from
right.
scented panty liners. Stay away from scented
That
tissue. It
changes
gives you
that
a
vaginal
scent.
microbiome. It changes the bacteria, and that is, those things are serious. I know some women just like these scented douching. You don't douche, a vagina. We always talk wash warm water, and just no scented soaps and all of that, because your vagina's pH should be between 4.5 to 5. Not as everybody think your whole entire system should be alkaline 7+. No, these organs have a difference. So when penis meet vagina, it interacts with that pH balance, and if one is higher or one is lower, it interacts and it changes the bacterial, the microbial flora and fauna in there. So we have to understand that connectivity. We have to understand why you notice sometimes, and I'm sure I will say to those who are have their partners with them, when you finish discharge, there is a certain smell. Some smells are very funky and smell like bleach. Some smells like, they have some high scents. It is because of the bacteria and the state that the body is in. And I'm sure others smell really nice and clean. I mean, I can tell you it's an experience. I mean, those of you, I mean, we are PG-21 here. This is nothing new. This is real talk, folks. This is real talk. So at the end of the day, this is where we are at. So our products, and I will plug in right now. The Inner 7 and Belage is the ones that you take.
yes.
You can douche. Look, 2 days ago, I was talking to a young lady. She got these vaginal sores there because her glucose level has been high, and glucose level in a woman causes vaginal sores. I mean, sores in those soft tissues in the vagina. It scratches, it itches, and more so if your hormones are changing to have a period or your onset of one, it gets worse. So you get itchy and you get all clammy there. It's not an STD. It's just the way in which the body yeast is growing, overgrowth of that yeast, but becomes candidiasis, and then it starts to smell. You have a fishy odor or something that's high, like, you know, those kinds of things. Once you start smelling that or seeing a different color, you know something is wrong. So what I did, I told her, get the insert, the 1% insert creams that you can get off the counter, mix the Inner 7 in it, and rub it, mix it in the cream, install it in your inserts, and insert it in the vagina canal. In 24 hours, she called back. Do you know I have relief? I don't itch. I don't anything. So you're taking it internally, you're drinking your Belage internally, and you could also tap it in there.
And I wanted to say, Dr. Denise, and to all of us here, don't be shy of touching your parts. It's your parts, it's your body, it's your penis, it's your vagina, it's your breast. All of you is all of you. So don't be shy, like what, I mean, all of us who are female, don't be shy to use the fingers, put it in there and clean it up. You know?
Just make sure you don't damage yourself.
You know, be gentle, but the way you do it is just make sure, like, if you feel some kind of something,
yes,
you know, you go in there and you just, you know, and use proper soap or get the aloe vera. I'm so, I love aloe vera. I know what aloe vera
now,
has.
some persons are allergic to aloe vera.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying, like, use natural stuff. Alkaline water. If you're gonna wash down there, alkaline, or drink the alkaline water. So
and another, yes, Adriana, just to insert here, another thing that people tend to think when you have these conditions under there, they want to use antibiotic soaps, they want to use Dettol soaps, they want to use all these kinds of things. You don't ever do that because it makes it worse. It's inflamed.
Then you get dry.
Natural wash, clean,
and
just
then
natural wash.
And when you start making love, you have to use a lubricant so it could be smooth. No, you don't put none of those things because you don't want to be dry inside and outside.
That's right.
You want to have that nice lubricant,
moist,
white, clear discharge. That when he coming in, it helps him to come in where he don't have to. You understand what I'm saying?
Put something in there. When you're talking about being wet and dry, you have some persons on this line who may be going through something called menopause, and then they're dry. When that happens, I'm gonna ask Dr. Denise to speak to that. But before we speak to that, right?
Yes.
Women, please, every time you go to bed, you do not wear underwear.
You stay naked in the bed.
Keep it to breathe.
Well, you don't have to stay naked, but down there has to breathe. That's how come a lot of women have scent, because when you go to bed, sometimes, I'm not saying you're going to bed to have sex or whatever, but some of us may be going to bed alone. But please, not every night you put on underwear on there, because the vagina has to breathe. It has to breathe, or else you will accumulate a scent. You will get a scent. So some nights you have to sleep without underwear. You could wear your night dress. Nobody has to know, or your people in the house, your children, they don't have to know that you don't have a panty on. But when you're going to bed, that panty needs to come off so that the vagina can breathe to help with the pH balance underneath there. Because if you keep on wearing underwear every night, you will accumulate a scent. It has to breathe. It has to.
And another
breathe.
thing, there was a question in the room. Can a woman tell when a man went to the wrong address? Yes, you can. Because when you are
Yeah.
with your partner, there is a different bacterial that he might be washing and leave there and wash and come to you, but you will feel that, you will know the change when intimacy takes place in your vagina, because it's not the same microbiome. And
his touch feels different.
bacteria. Yes.
His touch feels different because what happens there is that energy that both of you have, and that toning, something goes off. You can tell. You can tell.
And another
tell.
thing happens as well. Yes, a woman's cycle changes according to certain timelines and the moon, right? But if a man is unfaithful to you, you will know a definite change in your cycle, your menstrual cycle. It will automatically change, which is something that you can also take note of. That's another series by
that's
itself.
awesome to know.
But that is
Okay,
true.
so Urch, stop. We're
That's
10
number
minutes past. We've
Okay.
done our hour.
Okay.
So,
Oh, I
that
love
being
this
said-
question.
with that being said, we're going to come to a close.
Yes.
We're going to say that, we're going to leave enough for next time. Next week, and I know King Clive will speak to it as he closes us out, because, Charlie gone running out the building. He booked. You all had Charlie booking around the place. His wife looking for him, saying, well, Charlie, where you going? Charlie, where you going? We had to say, Charlie, come back. Come back, Charlie. Come back. Come back, Charlie.
Oh boy.
So I know Miss Campbell saying, Clive, where you going? Clive, where you going? And Clive running. I coming back. So with that being said, I'm going to hand it back over to the brain of this this operation, this movement, King Clive Guru Campbell. Here we go.
Yeah, I thank you so much, ladies, for the way that you shined in all the discussion. One of the things I observe is that when a young girl starts having her period for the first time, she will have someone to guide her through this new period, challenging period of her life for the next couple of times, etc., and maybe for a couple of years. And so she sort of gets some sort of mentoring. She's taught, she has a coach, she has a guide, she has someone to look out for her so that she won't mess herself up, she don't feel alone in this new phase of her life. But what I observe is that the counterpart, the male, they do not have someone to guide them. And they have changes in their lives too, as the testosterone begins to kick in. I think we might need to look at this sometime next week so that we can balance the scale.
That's good.
That young men need to understand too that this thing is not automatic. We need to be taught some stuff so that we can know even how to handle ourselves in the bedroom, because it's not automatic. A lot of men don't know about foreplay and what to do and things of that nature. Some things have to be taught. And I'm happy that, ladies, you're happy to feel free to speak the way you're speaking so that we can address some issues. So come next week, ladies and gentlemen, the place will be getting hot. Let me give you a hint. We'll be having 4 men on one side and 4 ladies on the other side. And we will be discussing a relevant topic. We're going to have some guests in the house tomorrow, come next week, Thursday night, and you don't want to miss it. Some special surprise guests. So we'll be discussing a hot topic. We're going to put the fire department on standby because this thing is going to get hot in here. Conway, fire hot. So I just want to thank you all for shining in the way that you have. Thank you for the questions that some persons ask in the chat room, but thank you for showing up. It's time to go to bed and to do what you do best. Like, some persons not going to get any rest for the next hour or so, but then you're going to sleep like a well-behaved baby after that particular exercise. So
I want to say something. Mama, you need to behave. Oh my God, this lady's something else.
Bedroom bully.
Listen,
Bully.
listen, she's something else. They killing myself laughing with all her stuff, man.
Okay. All right. So we're going to close right now. I guess I'll do it this week. Last week I asked Reverend Terrell, but we can close. So Lord, we thank you. Thank you for our bodies. Thank you for relationships. Thank you, Lord, for intimacy. Lord, help us to understand ourselves better that we may be relevant, especially in these times, that we need to trust each other, we need to love each other, we need to care for each other more. Help us, God, in these difficult periods. We're hearing about new strains, different strains of the virus. Oh God, only you alone can help us. Many people are so sad and so depressed and discouraged. Many people are suffering from all kinds of disorders. And our children, Lord, help our children. My God, help us, Jesus, help us. Have your own way tonight, Lord. Cause us to sleep in you. We ask these mercies in Jesus' name. Amen.
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 Yes,
Mom
Lord.
with something else, boy. Mom with something else. This
I
lady.
disagree with the prayer. I say amen.
Bedroom bully. Bedroom bully.
That's all. That's all. Don't kill him tonight now. Take it easy now.
No,
Something tomorrow.
nobody here is just me. Unless it's a dopey. There's nobody.
I want to speak to.
Baba, go to your bed. It's Canada you're in. It's late. Go to your bed, Baba.
Hey, Leroy say he wants to speak too, so.
I want to say good night to all you. The program was real nice.
Marvelous life. None of you have none of you don't know how to behave yourself.
Baby,
Rutan, behave yourself.
man, listen.
That's some Belage.
If y'all all grown up in here, you better get your lighter. Go fire up your
Let's
lighter.
get the light up.
Rutan, I drink too much. It look like Rutan drink too much Belage.
No.
Hey, look. If the Belage can gonna get half a glass water go, eh?
Give them man some Belage,
Glass water
girl.
go.
Give them man some Belage. You'll never be the same.
Listen, I have a testimony. I have a testimony from last week, guys. Listen, a person came to me and told me, listen to this, they're over 70 years old. Their spouse has been gone for over 9 years, passed away. They thought it was done. Saying nothing was going on down there. 9 years. What do you tell me? What's she drinking now?
Belage.
To find the lighter.
Man, fire up the lighter. She say, listen, whatever time, whatever day, however long, she ready. She said, that Belage is fine some things.
Rudan, they play that song tonight. They asked somebody in the chat box, I was supposed to give it a song. They must want to play that tonight. So you gotta go up and put that name
Listen,
drop. That
Give it some more of that lighter song.
Listen,
and that song.
What? I tell you.
DJ, play music.
Baby, when the bright lights start to fade, fire up your lighter.
Ladies,
Queen Bev is on,
listen to
girl.
me. If you are not your lover's dancer, listen. If you ain't your lover's dancer, something wrong with you. Get up and dance for him. Show him what you got. Remember when you met him? Listen, you remember when you met him? You had him against the wall in the club, back against it, wind up, panic. Oh, so what you ain't doing it for now? Well, you had try hard, get to the end of that bed and do what you got. I know your legs hurting. Drink more Belage. Oh, you got that little varicose veins going in. Drink more Belage. Your leg can't lift where it's supposed to. Drink more Belage and put some NS7 in it, eh?
Put on the Belage.
To break down the uric acid from the muscle so the leg could raise until the shoulder.
That's right. And hold on, Joy. Keep on the heels and let the heels.
Listen.
You're right. Talking, Dr. Denise. Talking.
Y'all hear what we saying, right? We are telling you, bring the life back into your bedroom. It does not have to be dead. Yes, things
No.
have happened. Yes, things have transpired. Yes, you must see one punch them sometimes, but guess what? The thing down there ain't do nothing to the thing down there. So what you know worrying
No,
about?
sir.
Sophia might have do something.
And
See,
don't
man,
remember
it-
them
it not-
medication we got the last.
Pookie and Mookie can't talk, you know. Only this can talk.
Stop.
Pookie
Stop.
and Mookie
Listen
don't
to this.
talk.
Rutan.
Listen to this.
Hear this
Listen
one.
to this.
Doc-
Hold on.
Dr. Rutan.
Yes, Veronica.
Hear this one.
When you have argument, you don't vex with that thing.
You
No.
You
understand?
have
The thing ain't do
argument with your
nothing.
mouth.
Not a
Making
thing.
up is
That
the
thing
best
don't have
making
it-
love.
Yeah.
There is a
don't vex with that.
55, nearly close to 60 granny called me and said, Denise, what you are doing to me. She became pregnant after she has a grandchild. And she is saying, Denise, what you are doing to me. I am a grandma and I am pregnant.
Oh my God.
What is
Wow.
going on here? So
Oh,
they
and
know-
trust me, that's a
Wow.
topic for another day, guys. We have clinical
Dr.
trials
Denise,
about
they
this.
coming to you. Dr. Denise, they coming to you for my baby.
Listen, we have clinical trials
They
on
have
this, guys,
neighbors-
regarding the
That's
Balaj and
right. I ain't
pregnancy.
giving up.
Only then hear that they are doing in vitro, in vivo studies on Balaj. You hear Dr. Rutan said it. I hope you guys heard it.
Listen,
We
you
have
ain't
proved
heard
it happened, and now
comment,
it's in
I
writing, folks.
comment.
Wow.
Joy, but let me tell you
Dr.
something. I
Denise,
was talking.
I got delete your
Somebody-
number.
Baba,
What mama say, what mama say.
y'all ladies, listen to this. This can help y'all out. This is gonna help y'all out. Beverly, I want y'all to listen to this. This is gonna help you all out.
I
When
will.
we all
Yes,
say,
Queen
guess
Bev.
what? The man sometimes like to go out and all of that, right? Guess what? When he getting dressed to go out, right? And you know you have something to do in the house. You get dressed, you get born naked now. Born naked,
Yeah,
skin naked.
Don't put nothing on.
Apron.
Don't
You
put
only
nothing
put
on.
the
Go right
apron
between his
and your
legs.
heels, and you stand
Go
in front
right
of the
between
door,
his
and you
legs.
get your broom, and you squeeze and
right
you
between
slide
his
those
legs.
steps. You
Where
think
he
he going
going after
anywhere?
that?
You think he
Where
going
he going
anywhere?
after
Y'all
that?
gotta put excitement.
Go right between his legs.
Come on, get creative. Get creative. There are ways that you can carve fruits and make it look like, you know, a vagina, and you give it to him as a dessert. When he don't eat his dinner, you bring that and you put that on the table. When he see that thing look like that, then he can look at you.
Don't waste
guess
a
what?
don't waste a nice bamboo. That's it.
Well, outside now
Don't
keep.
waste a
There's-
nice bamboo.
What Charlie say?
Jump on
Outside
it.
now keep?
Outside now keep. It don't mean say inside not to keep.
Oh, goodness. No.
Beverly! Beverly!
Sleep. Go back to sleep, Charlie.
Hey, Lachey, the song is called Fire Up Your Lighter.
Rutan is getting
Barbara Rutan, wake up Clive. Because Clive was sleeping all along our Rutan. Wake up Clive. I didn't even know that Clive could talk.
Listen, your birthday gift is on the way now. It's a pair of high heel shoes in your wife's
Oh,
hand.
God. I have a
Cold.
whole lot.
Cold, red bottoms.
Maru said we need to go to Jamaica.
Boy.
We all need to go to Jamaica for a week.
No,
Cold.
Jamaica can't handle you.
Let me hear what Bev is saying.
Don't have enough
Let's hear.
Oh, Bev, you on?
Bev is
Talk, Bev,
talking.
talk.
Let's say-
Bev is
yes,
saying.
that's what
Yes,
I've been telling
Queen.
you guys.
Yes. Platinum, talk.
The Benz.
I am listening to all of you. Rutan is going to get pregnant tonight, and Marva. I swear.
You don't want no dopey pitney.
No, Baba don't have anybody sleeping with tonight, so she's not gonna get
I'm
pregnant.
a virgin.
Hey, Queen Bev, this my song right here, child.
She's a virgin.
Baby, yeah. There's a meeting in my bed.
Guys, if you don't have fun, you cry. So you might as well enjoy life. All I can say, the partner is there to have fun with. You know
Dr.
what used to
Rutan.
get you off. Listen to me. Y'all know what used to get you off when you first met. You make that same CD or cassette. Remember back in the day it was cassettes? You get that
Yep.
CD, your
That's
YouTube
right.
playlist, and listen to me. Like I used to tell, listen, surround sound, okay? I want surround sound. So
Oh,
when I
yeah.
close my door and kids out there and I press lock on door,
Yes.
turn the music on.
All
I
right.
step out of the shower, you step out of the shower. There's a meeting in my bed.
You know, you used to wear the mini for him. You know, and then all of a sudden you won't wear no mini no more. You better get them mini and put
No, and we wearing night dresses, our night dress up to here. And night dress down to here.
and all the way down to your ankle.
Dr. Rutan, Vaseline and the doorknob.
You understand? And even, hey, you want to act like you're in college? Put a sock on the outside of the door, eh? Let people know what's going on inside.
I like Dr. Rutan. I like you, Rutan. You are fun.
So all y'all out there, go have fun with that same on the side of you. You know they sleeping because they thought you was crazy to be on a call because you got earbuds in your ear. Well, you go and you wake them up, or you politely go get a bowl of some Inner 7 and Balage, and you say, babes, I just want to bathe you for a minute.
Hey.
Oh,
and then you do what you have to do. I guarantee you, they'll be like, hold on, what's going on here? First of all, they can get scared because if you never do it before, they can lay there and be like, oh crap, what did I do today? What did I say to them today? Did I say something? Okay, am I supposed to be scared? Are they gonna cut my penis off? What's going on in here?
Oh, ladies, one hint with Dr. Ruth, and I want to add to what you said. You either do it cold or you do it warm because the penis has a high sensitivity for either cold or warm. I say hot or extra cold.
You
know, a little heat, and you put that in your mouth, and you put that penis in your mouth with that little bit of cold or a little bit of heat. And let me tell you something, you ain't gonna sleep tonight. So good night.
Jesus.
Guys, if you have your partner on the side of you, you know what to do, okay? Make it happen, okay? That's what
Ladies,
we're
you
here for,
need
to show you what can be done with Balage and Inner 7.
All I have is my Crenule fire.
Good night, ladies. It has been a good meeting. You are very hot, girls.
Mother, we
Yeah.
have to go to our bed. Most of us sleeping alone, so we have to go to our bed so we can get off and drink our Crenule fire.
I have 4 pillows on my bed. I need another 2. You know that.